All right, guys, today I'm going to be breaking down the marketing side of a deal sourcer's property business. He's a client of ours who's based in the UK. So I just want to make this video short and to the point. So hopefully you get value from this and you can expect more content just like this in the future. By the way, my name is Gianni. I'm the owner of Prop Authority, and my mission is to help every property entrepreneur market themselves and their companies more effectively on social media. So right now I'm going to pull up a couple of benchmarks. As you can see, in June, my client was able to source 2 deals. July, 4 deals, and in August, 4. And the sourcing fees have varied right around 8,500 and 10,000 pounds. So as you can see, he has a pretty solid business. Right now, we are looking to scale things up. So let's just start with his background. And I'm not going to give away the identity of this person, but I will just break down his strategy and kind of what I'm helping with in terms of his personal brand. So let's start with the background. So in the beginning of his career, he had a bumpy entrepreneurial start. He went through university, he studied architectural technology. After that, he left architecture for property sourcing in 2018, 2019, and he spent a year at a nationwide sourcing company. So it was around 2019, 2020 when he took the opportunity to run his own company, and he's been operating since. So he sold over 150 properties, he's renovated 50, and he's selling about 5 to 7 properties per month. In terms of the strategy, this is what I'm helping him with. We're not going to talk about paid ads today. We are restructuring his ad funnel so to scale things further and take things to the next level. But right now, we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about the organic and just the overall structure of his business model. So right now we have YouTube, we have Instagram, TikTok, and then the network is just, traditional means of outreach. So just going out and meeting new people, going to social events and building up his network base through there. And then we take those people and we drive all the traffic that comes organically to his personal brand, which is just another word for his Instagram account. What we want to do is basically take all traffic, drive them to the personal brand, and then put them into a community or a group where we can put out deals. And this is where investors, if the deal's a good deal, then they're going to buy it or they're going to enter the deal. And what my client gets is a sourcing fee. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So YouTube, we don't do any long form content, but he's been on a couple of podcasts. Instagram, we're posting about 5 times per week. TikTok, we haven't done anything there. Before I started working with him, he built up a small following. We're going to take most of the content from Instagram and just repurpose it on there. The content itself on Instagram is meant to build authority. It's meant to build trust through our call to actions on stories, on the bio, and then through the DMs. That's where we can take people and invite them to join the private community. And so that's on WhatsApp. And then there's also an email list. Let's just pull up a reference deal here and what that would look like on WhatsApp. So as you can see, a reference deal, this 3-bedroom mid-terrace property is located in a highly sought after area and requires only light renovations. So obviously there's value in that. The investor obviously is going to want to do minimal renovations. And as you can see, it's an excellent opportunity for rental or resale due to strong demand and a thriving local community. You can see, I'm not going to go into detail here. This isn't my expertise really in terms of, I'm not like a property investor, but you can see the details for it and the features. And this is all this information is available in the WhatsApp community. So for investors to check out and review. So for the WhatsApp community, from July to September, you can see that there has been some growth. In July, we were at 370 members, and now in September, we're at around 500. Unfortunately, his capacity is very limited. This is why we're trying to scale things up. Our goal is to narrow down his offer because he gets more attention, more followers, and more people are interested in working with him, he doesn't really have the capacity to do more deals. That's why we are restructuring things a bit. When we start running ads, he has to be in a position to scale, or else things are just, the foundations have to be very solid. So as you can see, the revenue has been mostly consistent, but there has been growth in terms of the WhatsApp community. And you can see on platforms like Instagram and TikTok, this is where we're at in terms of followers. We'll do about 5 posts per week. And this, goes to show that you don't need that big of an audience. You just have to find the right people and make sure that you warm them up and really build that trust. But you can see that in June, we reached about 27,000 people. July, 45,000, there was a big jump, and then a dip in August. You can see that the follower growth was still relatively consistent, even though the reach went down. There's always going to be fluctuations. In terms of the reference posts, so actual content that goes on Instagram or TikTok, this is just the raw copy. And basically what I do is I'll interview my clients, and then we'll just talk and have like a normal conversation, but then I'll record that. So then I can take everything he says and I can put together, copy. Short form, we can use this for like written content. It can go on LinkedIn, it can go on TikTok, or we can use it for ads and to test different creatives. But basically, here's one post. During viewings, I'm not only assessing the renovation work needed to bring the property up to standard, but I'm also on the lookout for creative ways to add value. You can see installing an upstairs bathroom or ensuite where space allows can significantly boost the property's value, often yielding a return that far exceeds the installation cost. So obviously, if you're an investor, this builds authority. Like you already know that whoever puts this type of content out there is probably an expert and can be trusted. And so we have this content that's going out consistently. Once the project is complete, the property is expected to be valued at £1 million. So you know that anybody who wants to do business with him, he's doing pretty well for himself and he's doing good work for his clients, and that builds trust, that builds authority. But moving on, I just want to go into the notes. I don't want to go too deep into all of this, but I really do think building a personal brand as a whole it's so important. It really does accelerate growth, especially in property, in your business, and just for entrepreneurs in general. Right now is the perfect time to start building a personal brand. Right now, not when conditions are perfect. You don't need heavy equipment. You don't need really like all this stuff. You just need like a phone, and you just have to press record and start talking. And then over time, you'll start to figure out what works and what doesn't. And even with a small audience, it can lead to significant opportunities. So just focus on being consistent and adding value with every post. And I think one thing too is people think that they have to be complete experts. Even if you're just starting, you still have value because you've taken the first step. People relate to that more than just the technical advice. It depends if you're a beginner, if you're actually in a position where you want to scale things up. Regardless, having a personal brand is really great. If you want to learn more about where we're at and kind of where we're trying to go, because we are trying to ramp things up a lot, so I'm going to be documenting all of it. Just subscribe and stay tuned for more videos, and I'll just start posting more, and we'll do more breakdowns just like this. Thanks for watching.